Hey, what's up guys, Walter here. Battlefield 6 is shaping up to be one of the best Battlefield games in recent years, and that's kind of scary, you know. I am very excited, but I'm also, what would you call that, cautiously optimistic. I'm very cautious about it because everything points out to be going to the right direction. Everything we have asked or even thought over the years, it's being implemented in Battlefield 6 in one way or the other. Uh, we're going back to server browser, which is pretty cool. We missed that, or I really did. I had no issues in Battlefield 5, and I did a lot of right things with Battlefield 5. But for 2042, a lot of changes, unexpected changes, and it was just like a hot mess, and it was kind of ridiculous in a way. There's another thing that I'm very excited about. It's the well, they talk about SBMM, so it seems like it's not gonna be an issue. It seems like what they want to do is kind of focus more on, I mean, the skill's gonna be a factor, but basically they have other things that they are taking into consideration, such as ping, player location, server fullness, and also skill. And that's great news. That's great news because with 2042, again, like that game, just having the matchmaking option, it just made things slower and annoying. I enjoy just looking for the server and just join that server, just looking how many people are in, or the map or the mode, and just joining that server, and it's just fun, just the way it's been with Battlefield. So no need to change that. But Battlefield 6 is sort of like bringing all these things back, and it's kind of scary that this game is going to be this good. So I don't want to get too excited, but I'm getting a little excited. But like I said, I'm a little on the cautious side because I do not want to have another 2042 fiasco where it's just such a major disappointment with everything on trailers. Even the beta, you know, sometimes the beta looks okay. It's like, okay, you know, it's promising, and then when you play the full game, once millions of people, you know, are playing the game, things are just a hot mess. And also all these that we talked about or that you know about and everything else related to the game, it all comes down to how they handle the post launch, because I think we can all agree that Battlefield 1 had probably one of the greatest launch and post launch in the Battlefield franchise. Little to no issues, and everything was just nice, smooth, and everything, it was just really good. With Battlefield 5, I enjoyed the game, but the whole TTK changes every other week. It just like all over the place. So how they handle the game after launches is also a huge thing, and something that, you know, is going to dictate a lot of things for the game. And another thing that is very interesting is how they are shifting from, you know, let's say everybody's trying to copy Call of Duty and Fortnite in one way or the other. And it seems like with Battlefield 6, they want to like, I don't want to say limit, but they don't want any like funny skins or anything childish. I don't want to say childish, but anything like what's the word they use? They use this word like they don't want silly stuff. That's the word they use. They don't want silly skins, silly things in the game. That's interesting. So it seems like they're focusing everything on like wars related stuff, and we're looking forward to see what kind of camos and skins they release with the game, and what kind of stuff we can unlock. But that's interesting because there won't be any cartoon skins or anything like that. So it's a completely overhaul. It's a completely shift to what the franchise is kind of the direction it was going to. And it's awesome, and also kind of scary, because if you do a good job, man, it's gonna be probably one of the best Battlefield games out there in a long time. So we'll see how everything comes together when the game full releases. You know, for you guys who love battle royale, free battle royale, I love campaigns, and also comes with a campaign, multiplayer, battle royale. Man, this game has it all. Battlefield 6 is gonna have it all, and there's a lot of good things to you know, to be excited about. But again, it's just hard to get excited nowadays, you know. When it comes to pre-orders, of course, there's pre-orders open for those of you who are looking into that. We'll see. I usually, if I'm going to, I know I'm gonna, but I'll be honest. If I'm going to pre-order something, I always do like the day before, once I'm like sure if the game is what I want it to be. Other than that, I just don't pre-order for the most part. But there's quite a few times where I have done that, like maybe one or two. I don't really pre-order, because most of the times I'm just not really sure, you know. For example, like some of the latest Call of Duties, even with 2042, I have 2042 because came with was free on a year ago or so with the PlayStation Plus subscription, but I did not pre-order. I did not get the game either. So it's a very risky, you know. But as a content creator, you have to kind of take into consideration those things. You know, if you want to post the content, or if you just don't care, if you want to play something else in the meantime, but if something else to play, you know, so you don't really care. But you know, that's one of those things that is just to, I don't know, to each player if you want to pre-order the game or not. We'll see. I'm not gonna say yes or no, but I'm always on the, again, cautious side with these things, you know. So what else? So yeah, very interesting about the skins, and no cartoony stuff, no, you know, Beavis and Butthead WWE wrestlers or anything like that. So that's gonna be in a way, which it shouldn't. It's gonna be like a fresh breath of fresh air, man, because it's becoming a little too out of control. I mean, which is fine for certain games, you know, kind of fits their game, but for others, like a military shooter game, it just looks odd and weird, you know, and like makes no sense in my opinion. But I mean, it can be silly and whatnot, but yeah, sometimes it's just kind of not cool, really. so there's a lot of interesting stuff with Battlefield 6, and once again, from cosmetics to game classes, SBMM. It's just a very, very cool ideas, and I think this is probably the last chance they have to come back and wow their audience, in my opinion. If you watch previous trailers for, you know, like older Battlefields, where like Battlefield 3, Battlefield 4, for example, it's just like, man, this is so good. Battlefield 5 was okay, but you know, a little controversy here and there, you know that. You guys remember that. 2042 is just like, man, even more of a letdown than Battlefield 5. Battlefield 1 was good, you know, there was no issue with that game. So the franchise has been going through a, you know, ups and downs for the past few years, and I think this is the time for them to redeem themselves. Battlefield 6 will be the game that's going to redeem the franchise, and a lot of people, including myself, are just on, you know, spectator mode, like see what happened. I'm just very curious. I'm excited. I still love Battlefield 5. I enjoy this game. Everything it has to offer, I think, is fantastic. I liked the gunplay mechanics. I like the gameplay mechanics. Everything in this game. So at the moment of this commentary, I haven't played, you know, Battlefield 6. So looking forward to, if I get to play the beta, you know, beta, if not the full game, you know, regardless, I'm just looking forward to play the game at some point, and we'll see how it goes. But once again, it is going, or it seems like it's going to the right direction. It's pointing out to be something good, to be something interesting, has potential. I hope the final game, man, you know, the actual game, no betas or nothing, the actual the good stuff, you know, the actual game, you know, comes out with little to no issues, and we get to enjoy a very well deserved, you know, Battlefield game, you know. So after, you know, 2042, I think we deserve a really good Battlefield game, and I think this is the game. Battlefield 6 is going to be the game. Battlefield 6 is going to be the one, guys. So let's not get excited, but let's look forward to it. and let's see when millions of people play the game and see how everything handles, and then we'll get to judge the game. Then we'll get to decide if the game is that good or it's just another one where like, man, what am I going to play this season, you know? There's always Call of Duty, and it's funny because I enjoy Call of Duty, you know, and I transitioned from Call of Duty to Battlefield because I'm not feeling it with Call of Duty lately. For the past, and by lately I mean for the past few years, it's just like not quite there for me. I do get it, to try to get into the game, you know. I do, like I said, as a content creator, I like to, you know, add variety to my channel. So Call of Duty also has a special place in my heart, you know. There's always a kind of fun game, and I do enjoy the campaigns or zombies. Even if I post the gameplays or not, I do play some zombies, and I just enjoy the whole thing. So, we'll see if Battlefield is going to dethrone Call of Duty this year, and that's always an interesting, not because I'm a fanboy, but just an interesting thing to see, because when the competition gets really good, it forces the other guy to be better. So not that I want Call of Duty to fail, but I want Call of Duty to get better, and I want Battlefield to get better because I like to play video games. So I hope Battlefield 6 succeeds. I hope Battlefield 6 is like I said, the best in a very long time, and I hope it makes Call of Duty to become better. And in the end, all of us gamers, you and I, will be the ones who win in this whole situation, because we're gonna have great games, we're gonna have good stuff to play, man, and it's gonna be all fun. So at least that's the way that I see it, not from a fanboy point of view or perspective, but more like a, you know, we all win with this. So let's hope, you know, Battlefield 6 delivers, and this holiday season, and, you know, looking forward to see what the game has to offer, and all the post-launch stuff, maps, weapons, whatever, skins, whatever they want to add to the game, you know. Looking forward to it, and I hope they bring back Squad Conquest. I was really sad, and I was actually pissed when they removed it from Battlefield 5, because that was my go-to mode. It had, you know, everything that I like, you know, smaller map with the artillery from Conquest, and the smaller maps, and I know it's a smaller maps twice, but I liked it. It seemed like it was fast-paced, so it was like a mix between TDM and, you know, with the smaller map, and also Conquest with the flags and or domination, you know, so to speak. But Squad Conquest was the best in my opinion. But let's hope, you know, they have a lot of modes. We didn't have that many in Battlefield 5, and they were limited. Same thing with Battlefield 2042. I didn't like that new sort of business model where you get certain modes for a certain amount of time, and it was just like, I don't know, I like the mode or I don't like the mode, you know. But once again, Squad Conquest I think should be a must in Battlefield 6 from day one. So let me know, what do you guys think of that? Do you guys play Squad Conquest or not? I mean, Breakthrough, Royal Conquest, TDM, you know, it's all good, and some of the newer modes, you know, it's fine, but some of the I don't know, Squad Conquest is pretty fun to play. Maybe hardcore stuff, I don't know, just the more the merrier, you know. I like to have a lot to choose from, you know, depending how I feel in the day. Sometimes I feel like playing TDM, I feel like capturing objectives. I want to play in smaller maps and just be more aggressive, not worry about vehicles, you know. So that's why Squad Conquest was my go-to. Didn't have to worry about destroying vehicles or airplanes and all that stuff. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. My name is Watchal. If you haven't, subscribe to my channel, check out the other stuff, the Battlefield 3 videos that I posted, you know, a few days ago. It was pretty fun going back to the game and replaying the amazing campaign that game had. So anyways, I'll see you guys on the next video, and let me know what you guys think about Battlefield 6. Are you guys excited? Are you guys not excited? You think this is gonna be the game, Battlefield 6, or not? I'll see you guys on the next video. All right, later. My goodness. Jungle Carbine, pretty sick.